Welcome back. We're playing more Nancy Drew Haunted Carousel. And yes, a few of you have pointed out that I have not been to something haunted. So let's just, I haven't been to the haunted house. No, I haven't. So why don't we check this thing out? Ha ha ha! Okay.
It's locked.
I guess we will find out what's inside. I don't like the sounds of it. Odd sounds from below?
What is that noise? Sounds like it's coming from below.
I got myself a keyboard. Somebody's scraping something. Hello? Oh, okay. What is this thing? Looks like it's missing an arm. Whew. Okay, now it's quiet. Okay, we have a radiator. What?
That symbol looks familiar.
Zaptec?
It's locked.
Do I have the key? Do I have the key? Ah, darn, I don't have the key.
It's locked.
I see that. It's a remote model 3691C. Okay, well, I got a keyboard for some reason. Why that is important is beyond me. Just as a quick reminder, I am playing these games blind, so I enjoy them. I enjoy the mystery solving and aspects, so... Always nice when I don't get people spoiling the stories. But I'd say most of you folks are all great that way, so... almost all of you, really. Alright. So, this is creepy. Nancy, you gotta get out of here. It's noisy. Still something going on down there. Okay, let's leave. Let's leave. Where do we want to go? Well, I know we should call the Hardy Boys at some point.
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
I found this strange hidden door in the haunted house. Problem is, it's locked. Do you have any idea what's behind it?
Ask Joy. That nutty professor father of hers always had these little secret projects going in the park, even after he sold his interest. Miss Santos didn't have the heart to boot him out.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real. Let's go talk to the rest of the folks here. Ingrid next. Ingrid.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I found something underneath the carousel that looks like it might be a remote control device.
Oh, I'd like to see it. Interesting. I looked under there. Wonder how I missed it.
Because
May I have this?
Actually, I'd kind of like to keep it.
Suit yourself.
Did you know that the man who carved the carousel horses had a workshop under what's now the haunted house?
How appropriate, considering Kessler's belief in the supernatural and all.
I heard some strange sounds the last time I was in there. They seem to be coming from below.
That's odd. I've been doing a lot of work in there lately, and I haven't heard any strange noises. So either your ears are better than mine, or your imagination is.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I think you're just not a very good listener.
I discovered a hidden door in the haunted house.
Is that right?
I was hoping you might know what's behind it.
It's obvious you don't put much stock in curses, but a word to the wise, there really do exist some doors that no one should open. I'd be very careful if I were you.
Are you trying to send me off the path?
I understand that you know the man who got hurt in that roller coaster accident, Lance Huffington?
I've talked to him. I don't really know him.
How did you meet him?
How did you meet him?
Look, what are you getting at?
Ha ha ha! Snap! Nancy's getting to the truth.
You and he could be partners.
Yeah.
He gets on the roller coaster,
Yeah.
you shut off the power, the
Yeah.
coaster stops suddenly, he cries whiplash and sues the park, you share the settlement.
Bingo.
Interesting theory. Unfortunately, it's totally wrong. I called him to tell him to rub his neck 3 times a day with witch hazel and lavender. If his neck is really injured, that will cure it. Why are you so eager to accuse me of something?
Should I approach her about the whole money thing?
Because you seem to have a lot of money, far more than the park pays you. I can't help but wonder where it's coming from.
All right. I have been making money on the side, but it's not what you think. I've been helping someone design a roller coaster. I even let him borrow the blueprints for our coaster, so he could study them, not steal them. I kept it secret because it could be construed as conflict of interest. This guy knows I'm taking a risk, so he pays me very well. Now, your turn. It's obvious that you've been nosing around in here. How did you get in?
You know, that is actually the definition of conflict of interest, when you're working for someone else with the exact same work that you're currently employed doing. That's a major no-no. Let's see.
Well, it seems that one of the security guards has been doing a little extracurricular surveillance work.
Harlan. I knew it bugged him that this place was off limits, but spying on me? That guy's got a real problem. As for you, I'd appreciate it if you would kindly remove your nice and deficient little self from my office. I have work to do.
Nice and deficient? Wow. Is she trying to imply that Nancy needs more sunlight or something? What is that? What is niacin? Homeopathic something or other?
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I found an old letter in the gear room of the carousel. It was written by the guy who carved all the horses, Rolf Kessler. Is it okay if I keep it?
Far as I'm concerned, I'll mention it to Miss Santos, see what she says.
Okay.
I found some kind of electronic device under the carousel. I'm pretty sure someone has been turning the carousel on and off at night by remote control.
Why would somebody want to do that? Whatever you found was probably just some kind of toy that fell out of some kid's pocket.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't think so.
Kessler used to have a workshop under what's now the haunted house. Have you ever been down there?
I didn't even know there was a down there.
Clever.
So you don't know anything about the hidden door in the room that has the old radiator in it?
Sure don't. Never heard any of the other guards say anything about it either.
May I see that tape of the carousel haunting again?
I got the tape right here, all queued up.
Oh, that was an accident. So basically somebody has a remote control and they have been turning this thing on and off. Fair enough. And coffee does roll, by the way.
I'll see you around.
Have fun.
Whoa, I don't like how they rotate around like that. Alright, let's go and see what Joy has to say.
I really do need to get this work done.
Right. Sorry.
Or not. Okay, so let's get out of here. We'll make a phone call, I think. What do we got? What do we see? Captain Cove Police Department. J. Lewis. Or G. Lewis. Hardy Boys. Alright, fine. We'll call the boys. It's been so long.
Hello?
Hey, Frank, it's Nancy.
Hey, Joe, pick up. Actually, he may not want to talk to you.
Why not?
Because you get to solve a mystery at an amusement park. He's so jealous he could spit.
Hi, this is Joe.
Hey, Joe, it's Nancy.
I don't want to talk to you.
What did I tell you?
I'm just kidding. Pardon me for a second, I gotta go spit.
Quit fooling around, Joe. She's calling long distance, remember?
Sorry. So what's going on?
Okay, let's get down to it, boys.
Apparently, one of the people who was on the roller coaster when it suddenly stopped is claiming that his neck got injured and has filed a lawsuit.
Well, boys and girls, can you say insurance fraud?
What if someone is making up a false claim? What if that was his plan all along? And what if someone in the park is in on the scheme with him?
That person causes the accident, the guy sues, they split the settlement.
New word, boys and girls. Can you say motive?
Has either of you ever heard of a guy named Rolf Kessler?
Rolf Kessler. The name is kind of familiar. Give me a minute. It'll come to me.
Don't let him fool you, Nance. He's sitting at his computer madly typing Rolf Kessler into a search engine.
Rolf Kessler carved carousel horses in the early part of the 20th century. Very eccentric. Said if anyone separated his horses once they were part of a carousel, bad luck would follow.
Let me guess. That's who carved the carousel at Captain's Cove.
You got it.
You got it. I found a letter that he wrote but never mailed to his estranged wife, Amelia. He was eccentric, all right.
So there might be something to this curse stuff after all.
Frank, I'm shocked. You've always said there is no such thing as curses.
What I mean is, whoever is responsible for these carousel hauntings obviously knew something about Kessler. He's the key, Nan. Kessler's the key.
Kessler's the key.
I don't suppose you guys have ever repaired a band organ.
You mean an organ like they play in a rock band?
I mean an organ that plays carousel music.
Does it have wheels and an engine?
No.
Then it's safe to say we've never repaired one.
Oh, wow. I guess they're car nuts, are they?
Any suggestions as to my next move?
You're never going to be able to play roll 3 without a take-up dowel.
You could make a new dowel if you had a lathe.
Maybe someone there in the park has one.
Fair enough.
I better get going.
Bye, Nancy.
See you around the campus.
Bye, boys. Miss you long time. LH. Tink. Okay, so that was interesting. Let's try another one. Did I just do LH already? I think I did it twice now.
Talk to me.
Yes, hi. Is this Lance Huffington?
You betcha. Who's this?
Well, I'm Nancy Drew. I work with Ingrid Corey. I'm kind of her unofficial assistant here at the park. She tells me everything.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, what is that? What is, oh yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I was wondering if she'd called you yet. You know, about the results.
Yeah, she called me.
And what did you tell her?
Everything's great. Her plan worked. I'm glad she shared it with me. Life's good. At least it will be when the trial's over and the settlement's in the bank. Whoa, speaking of which, I gotta go. I'm due in court. What'd you say your name was?
Nancy.
Well, Nancy, next time you call me, you could very well be talking to a multi-millionaire. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Ta-ta? Okay. Did we call him? Okay, so that's definitely the one that I did already. Let's see, who else can we call? I might actually call home. I don't think I've called home. We'll make a bunch of phone calls. Why not, right?
Hi. No one can take your call right now except Togo. And since he's forbidden to answer the phone because he gets slobber all over it, I'm afraid you're going to have to leave a message.
Oh, that's adorable. Wow. Let's call the ladies. BFFs.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's only me.
Oh, hi, Nance. Listen to you. You're probably making Nancy feel terrible. Maybe I should answer the phone from now on. You wouldn't dare.
It's okay, guys. I understand.
I'm sorry, Nancy. As you may have guessed, Matt hasn't called yet, and he is just so cute. Anyway, what's up?
What? So cute.
I showed Ingrid the device I found under the carousel.
So what'd she say?
She says she didn't see it when she looked under the carousel.
We've said it before, and we'll say it again. Suspect list.
I found out that the man who may have hidden jewels in that stolen carousel horse died in prison, but his cellmate, who apparently looks a lot like Harlan Bishop, was recently released.
Harlan just started working there, right? And he doesn't like to talk about where he worked before, right?
And he's been in prison. I saw the number for his parole officer while I was snooping around in his office.
I think you better call Miss Santos.
We already talked. Turns out Harlan told her he'd been in prison when he interviewed for the job. She hired him anyway.
So now what?
Now I wait to hear from Harlan's parole officer if it turns out he was that jewel thief's cellmate.
You bust him. No, she calls the cops and lets them bust him. The guy's a security guard. He could be dangerous.
True, very true.
Turns out Ingrid was calling Lance Huffington to share a remedy for neck pain with him.
Or so she says.
She's also been making money on the side by helping someone design a roller coaster.
Or so she says. I agree with Bess. Don't go erasing her from your suspect list just yet, Nan.
Oh, Nan. Don't get ahead of yourself, Nan. All right, well,
catch you guys later.
Hasta la vista. You're doing great.
Hasta la vista? Wow. Little Terminator. Who else do we have in here? Santos. Miss Santos.
Paula Santos.
Hi, Paula.
Nancy, what's going on?
What can you tell me about the people working at the park during the shutdown?
I frankly don't know any of my employees that well. I'm a very hands-off kind of boss. I believe in hiring the best, then stepping aside and letting them do their best.
But you should, like, at least know them.
Well, what are some of your general impressions?
Well, let's see. Ingrid Corey is extremely competent and has no problems managing the maintenance staff. Although...
Some of her ideas are just a little out there?
Exactly. But to each his or her own. So, where was I? There's Harlan Bishop, very conscientious. Elliot Chen, very talented, but a very slow worker. And Joy Trent, very, well, Joy is hard to describe.
I understand you and her father used to be business partners.
I've yet to meet a man who was as terrific with people and as horrible with money as Daryl Trent was. He stayed afloat for 30 years on sheer charisma, I swear.
Did he have any other children?
Joy is an only child. Daryl worried about her constantly, always said she didn't laugh enough. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, he pretty much stopped laughing too. His bad investments caught up with him. He sold everything he could, but still wound up drowning in debt. Till one day in bankruptcy court, he just keeled over and died of a heart attack.
Wow, that's horrible.
How did Joy take it?
I really couldn't tell you. She has never said one word to me about her father, ever.
There's this locked door in the haunted house that I'd really like to open. Would you by any chance know where the key is?
I have no idea. You really shouldn't go in there unless it's absolutely necessary. Parts of that building are very old, almost rickety. You need to be very careful.
Okay.
When will the insurance company be sending someone out to investigate the roller coaster accident?
Every time I call, I get the same thing. Someone will be out soon. Which is why I'd really like you to take a look, Nancy. No telling when they'll get around to it.
I understand Joy's father used to come and go as he pleased, even after he sold you his interest in Captain's Cove.
I didn't see any harm. He loved to putter, especially in the haunted house. Wonderful imagination, but when it came to dealing with reality, barely knew where to begin.
Do you know who Tink is?
Sure. Tink Obermeyer. Operates the carousel. Real protective of it. When it was vandalized, it almost broke his heart. Loves the band organ, too. Right now, he's up in Canada fishing.
Yay, fishing in Canada. You know, for me to go fishing, because I live in a city, I would have to drive, I don't know, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours before I could get to an actual proper fishing area. I mean, I guess I could fish on Lake Ontario, but, I mean, I don't know, you'd have to kind of rent a boat and get out in the middle of it to really catch some good fish. So this is not really common. I mean, Canada has a lot of lakes. Don't get me wrong. Canada, I think it probably has one of the largest percentages of lakes of any country. So plenty of fishing to be had. But you got to really go out to the kind of the rural areas to do some good fishing.
I found some notes that were written in shorthand. Would you happen to know any stenographers?
No. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever even met a stenographer. Now that we're in the computer age, stenography has pretty much become extinct.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never met a stenographer either.
I'll be in touch.
Call me anytime.
Alright, so that's that. Let us go and... Where can we go? We need to make a new dowel, right? We need to get in here and... I think this is where the lathe was, wasn't it? Yeah, where is it? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, maybe it was in Elliot's space, right?
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
Thanks for your help.
One open mind sees more than two open eyes.
Okay, thank you. It was Elliot that had the lathe, right?
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks a lot.
Now that I've bugged everybody on my suspect list.
May I help you?
Like, is he not supposed to be here? Is that the idea? Because I can see the wood. Maybe I need to figure this out first. So I've measured the dowel. How do I trigger him to let me use his
Hey,
thing?
Nance, what's going on?
I'll let you get back to work.
If you must.
I must. Alright, folks, we're out of time. I know we spent a lot of time on the phone today, but you know what? I had to go through and get caught up on everybody's conversation. We'll be back. We gotta play some midway games. We gotta figure out how to make this new dowel. We got a lot of game left to play. Thank you all for watching and all your support on the Nancy Drew videos. I'll see you all next time. Bye.